10 cents I ever spent at the Troll Book Fair. All right, so enough about the secret of the haunted house. Everybody, welcome to the Friday night big 6K giveaway LiveSCREAM. No, that doesn't mean $6,000. I wish. Fortunately, it means the big 6,000 subscriber giveaway tonight. Since the channel reached 6,000 subscribers, it's time to do another giveaway. Welcome in Sherry, great to see you in tonight. Welcome in Breeze, glad to have you here tonight. Glad to have everybody here for this big Friday night LiveSCREAM. And there's a lot to talk about tonight. Mary Beth, hope you're doing okay tonight. She said at home, had a lot out earlier today. Kirsten Marie, welcome into the chat. Deborah, welcome into the chat. I'm probably next week, Mary Beth. I'm thinking I'm going to have to make a trip to Raleigh and check out at home again because it's been about 2 weeks since the last time I checked out at home. Barb, welcome in. Star, welcome in. I know I'm mispronouncing that. Lysette, welcome into the chat. Apologize if I mispronounced your name. Amy and Tony, welcome in. Michael, welcome in. At home, definitely told me on the phone they're going to have all of the big viral items set out next week. So definitely aiming for that video next week. Seth, welcome in. Seth said, yo, ended up getting the Lemax video store today. Seth, where do we even start with Michael's right now? Michael's obviously is the Halloween elephant in the room. Last night, the Vintage Spirits line started hitting stores as well as other lines for 2026. I don't think any of us understand what's going on right now. Katang, welcome in. Sam, welcome into the chat tonight also. Is this the first ever year that Michael's has dropped Halloween merchandise in store without us even knowing what we're getting online? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't find any of this stuff besides a name on the Michael's app, on the Michael's website. Now, I haven't checked since like noon today because I had to go to work. But as far as I know, none of this stuff is on the app. Am I right on that? Because I haven't even checked before we came onto the LiveSCREAM tonight. I just can't understand what's going on. It's like a bizarro world right now. Michael's is throwing Halloween in stores when it's not even available online. Target's getting $5 and dollar drops in the bullseye section before we're getting a hide and eek drop. What world are we living in right now? Halloween is just chaotic this year, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It definitely feels like the old days. It feels like a treasure hunt, and you don't know what you're going to get when you walk into a store now. It's almost like you've got to walk into a store on a daily basis now to keep up and see what's going on. You know, I heard rumblings today that Old Time Pottery or whatever it's called, I don't have one in my area, unfortunately, but I heard that that pottery store, that they got a drop of Halloween in. They've got like a full Halloween drop right now, so unfortunately I can't cover that because I don't have one in my area. If I did, I would already have been there, but unfortunately, that one is a no-go for me, and I didn't even know they had any Halloween even ready to roll out yet. So see what I mean here? It's all over the place this year. It's hard to keep up. It's almost impossible, and it looks like the general way this is going for most people. Norma, thanks for joining into the chat also. It looks like most Michaels today, from what I've seen, and I haven't gone down the rabbit hole a whole lot, but it looks like everybody's finding exactly what I found this morning. Sarah, thank you for the sticker there. Much appreciated. Welcome in, Sarah. Looks like everybody's finding the Bound by Magic and the Mischief and Magic lines. For whatever reason, it looks like this Vintage Spirits line is the one that's taking its own sweet time, creeping its way on the Michael's shelves. And it looks like, obviously, from what I'm reading in the comments, this is the line that all of us are excited to see. I thought I was done with big ticket purchases for the year. And then last night, that freaking Gumball machine had to walk into my life, right? Just watching that video, and down in the right-hand corner of the screen, see that Gumball machine looking at me. I'm like, is this for real right now? And of course, today I find out the price on it. It's like $140, but after a coupon, it'll be like $100. Just when I thought I was done with the $100 purchases for the year. Yeah, exactly, sanity. Definitely need the gumball machine, but here's my take on it. I don't think I really want to fill it up with gumballs. Maybe, let's see, Sarah says I was watching the Lollapalooza documentary on Paramount Plus. I just got for $1. Hey, Sarah, the rest of that money you saved, you can put towards Halloween. Christy, welcome into the chat. Jean, welcome into the chat. It'll be $100 basically after a 30% off coupon, so it's probably going to eventually come home with me. Where it's going to go, I have no clue, but I mentioned to a few of you in the comments section today that I don't think I'm going to fill it up with gumballs. I think I'm going to get some of the plastic spider rings off of Amazon, and I'm going to fill it up like the old vending machine gumball machines back in the day where you would get like the little cheap jewelry novelty prizes out of it. At least that way I can cut down on bugs possibly taking over the gumballs inside of the machine. Even though gumballs, I think, would basically survive a zombie apocalypse. I think gumballs would last for 100 years, in all honesty. I used to be a manager at a grocery store, and the 5 or 6 years that I was the manager there, I don't think we once ever changed out the gumballs in the vending machine. And people would get it out all the time, and they never complained and said, hey, these things are stale, I want my money back. They just ate it and they were happy with it. But anyway, that's what I think I'm going to fill it up with. So big drops coming from Michaels, and there's still rumblings that the Haunted Forest line is supposed to be coming. And if you saw the video today, you saw that the line I'm always talking about that comes like towards the end of Halloween, which is always like the little mini tabletop animatronics, blow molds, they were already dropping some of that stuff out. So not even the 4th of July yet, and Michaels is coming on strong with all of this Halloween. It seems like only 2 weeks ago, we were all sitting here saying, when's Halloween dropping? Now we can't keep up with it. And our wallets definitely can't keep up with it. Fulton, welcome into the chat tonight. Also, he says, I worked at a novelty craft store. We had a gumball machine for a little while. And you're probably like me at the grocery store, Fulton. You probably never once changed out the gumballs. No doubt, I would imagine. The blow molds today at Michael's. I will say this. The stack of skull blow molds, and it was a blow mold. It was a dual bulb plug-in blow mold. Wasn't a fan of them. They literally felt like styrofoam. I don't know if any of you have been able to see them in person yet or put your hands on them, but those blow molds at Michael's today were a no-go. Like, they felt extremely, extremely cheap. Those are definitely not a pickup this year. Would not recommend them. I don't think they're really good at all, and I think they were like $40, so really overpriced for kind of a cheaply made product. Sherry, no, nothing from Target yet besides the bullseye section. Same thing we were talking about on the Monday night live stream, was it? Did we do the live stream Monday night or Tuesday night? I know we did one earlier this week. We're on live stream number 2 for the week, right? And then tomorrow night is live stream number 3 for the Father's Day giveaway. Will, welcome in to the chat. Also, Will, shout out to you. I think you've got a big vacation coming up next week, so I hope you enjoy that next week, brother. 4K Media Guy, welcome in. Also, yeah, Target online right now. If you type in Halloween at Target online right now, the only thing you're going to see is like third-party sellers doing Halloween. There's nothing official from Target yet for the Hide and Eek collection. Christy, welcome into the chat. Glad to have you here tonight. Also, really don't know when Target's coming. Target's like the missing piece of the puzzle at this point, right? And last year, they dropped it on a Saturday night, I believe. And it was in early June when they dropped it last year. So I was really thinking that 2 weeks ago on a Saturday night was when we were going to get the Target drop. But instead, it was about 2 weeks ago when we started getting rumblings of the bullseye section, getting the little $1 and $5 Halloween items. So maybe tomorrow night. I'm hoping tomorrow night. Yeah, exactly, Kirsten Marie. Target's lagging behind. Chevy Guy says the gumball machine is usually run by outside vendor who maintains his machines. At the Piggly Wiggly, we basically had our own little machines. So I think the only time I filled it up was they told me to go take a bag of candy off of the shelf, dump it in, And keep in mind, this was like 2007, and it never got empty. It stayed pretty full right up until I left in around 2011, 2012. So the gumballs stayed in there for 5 years, and they're pretty good. Now, there was one time where we were relocating the store to another location, and we found all of these out of date Mountain Dews and Sprites and all of this stuff. It was bad, guys. Like, they were 2 years out of date. So on a dare, somebody dared me to drink one of these 2-year-old Sprites, and I was like, okay, what's the wager here? They were like, $20 if you can drink at least 2 cups of 2-year-old Sprite. So I was like, okay, $20, I'll do it. I'm gonna tell you guys, that 2-year-old Sprite, as soon as I popped the top on it, the carbonation was there, tasted just fine. Tell me in an apocalypse you wouldn't drink 2-year-old Sprite. You would be guzzling that stuff down like it was the best stuff on earth, because it would be impossible to find. Like in a zombie apocalypse, 2-year-old Sprite would be a gold mine for sure. Let's see. 4K Media Guy says, I'm waiting for pumpkin spice to hit shelves. And Mary Beth says, I'm going to have to sell Dino Nuggets, my trunk, to be able to afford that Michael Myers. That Michael Myers animatronic is really cool, but I don't understand how Michael Myers fits in to Camp Harbor Lake. I've been saying this for over a month now. Jason would have made a whole lot more sense, seeing there was Camp Crystal Lake. But if you go back about 3 weeks ago here on the channel, maybe about 2 weeks, I did a video and Michael Myers was in the thumbnail. And I think here on the Spooky Club, this was one of the first channels to unofficially announce that a Michael Myers animatronic was possibly coming to Spirit. And lo and behold, there it was yesterday. Popped right out. So besides Michael's, that's the other big news from this week. Spirit Halloween finally released all of their animatronics. They look great. The clown stuff, I'm kind of over all the clown stuff at this point. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about it. The killer clowns from outer space a few years ago were great for me. I would have been happy with it ending there, but this year we're getting all of the other clowns. The creepy crawling one, what is it, Chuckles or whatever his name is. And the wind-up one, Wind-Up Wally, is a cool one. Draven, you know what I'm going to say here. It would be better if it was the 1990 Pennywise, because I just don't find the modern Pennywise creepy. That's just my opinion on it, though. But lots of people love the new Pennywise. Me personally, I don't. There's Xenomorph from Alien. Yeah, that one was cool. Laura says, I brought the battery-operated Spooky Town tree with the chains and skulls. It's smaller than expected, but it's got very Scooby-Doo feels with the red eyes lighting from the inside of the tree. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Sarah says, I need a new Freddy Krueger item if I can find something. Clowns freak me out. Sarah, I've never really had a fear of clowns. I know a lot of people do. They don't freak me out. I just don't. I never got into the zombie thing. I never got into the clown thing. They just never really appealed to me. They never really did it for me. I never got into like the clown horror movies, none of that stuff. Self Sanity says, having to hold myself back from getting that gas mask animatronic. See, and there we go. We've come full circle. Tell me, again, those gas mask people, if they had drank some of that 2-year-old Sprite and the zombie apocalypse, they probably wouldn't have looked the way they look now. It's the way I see it. But anyway, so yeah, it's been a heck of a week for Halloween drops, especially the last 48 hours between Michael's and Spirit Halloween, both on the same day. Halloween has definitely come early here to Spooky Town for all of us in the Spooky family. And guys, I think it's going to be an expensive year. We're going to have some self-control, because it's starting to add up a lot. So far, if we count it down, we've had Cracker Barrel in store. We've had At Home in store. We've had Michael's in store. Now we've got the Old Time Pottery in store. Target's getting the bullseye section in store. I know I'm leaving something out. I've got to be leaving something out. Lowe's told me after the 4th of July, they're going to start setting up a few animatronics. So that's coming in about 2 weeks. It's definitely coming hard and fast now. And we know on August 1st, we've got the grand opening for the Spirit Halloween flagship store. And I don't know how many of you guys hopped over to the Spirit Halloween app or website last night after they announced all of that. But Andrew, thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. But Spirit also had a message up there saying that they're going to have a few more animatronics coming out. I don't know if you guys saw that message. So if that's any indication, here's holding out that hopefully that Jason Voorhees animatronic is still on the way. Fulton says going to donate blood for Halloween and checking on rates for a kidney. That's where we're at. Remember what I said in one of the premieres this week. Hashtag poor Oween. That's where we're all going to be. We're all going to be in the poorhouse after this Halloween season is over. Like, it's, if we don't have self-control, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive for sure. Hashtag poor Oween is for sure a thing for 2026. That's why Dollar Tree, the other one we got to touch base on, Dollar Tree. Oh, man. For all of us that are going to have our wallets emptied out, there may be a glimmer of hope that by August, when we've got 20 bucks left in our wallet or our purse, we can take that $20 to Dollar Tree and buy so many of these cool items they've got. The standouts here for me, obviously, are going to be the night lights. I documented that in a video yesterday. The night lights of the skull, the vintage style jack-o'-lantern. All of those look amazing for $1.50. And I saw the other day on the Spirit Halloween website, they're actually doing night lights too for like $15 or $20. Same concept, but for like $14 cheaper. So save your pennies for Dollar Tree because there's going to be some great pickups there after everybody else has already basically drained all of our pumpkin seeds out of our jack-o'-lanterns and we have nothing left. So save it for Dollar Tree because they've got some great pieces coming. Apron says Dollar Tree looks like they're bringing so much awesome new. It looks great. And I know so many of you, some people sent me messages on Instagram and Facebook showing that the metal Bystol style pieces were in stock for shipping on the Dollar Tree app last night. And they were able to lock it in and get it shipped to them. So can't express this enough. If you're just going to dollartree.com, you're not going to find Halloween. I had to kind of mention this also with at home earlier in the season. You got to have the Dollar Tree app to find the Halloween merchandise because dollartree.com, at least on my end, I never see it on dollartree.com. I only find it on the Dollar Tree app. So be sure you keep your apps updated. Install the apps. I've got the Dollar Tree app, the Dollar General app, Michael's app, Five Below, Target, you name it. You got to keep checking these apps because they, for some reason, get the drops on the apps before the website. Websites are a thing of the past now. Vasquez, welcome into the chat. Hope you're having a great Friday night. Chevy Guy says, the night lights and metal pieces look like a good pickup at Dollar Tree. They definitely are. The metal pieces, I was able to get my hands on that skeleton last year. Fantastic piece. Highly recommend it. Great quality for $7. You got to get one. And there's 4 again in the set this year, the same 4 from last year. Was really hoping we would get some new faces in the lineup, but I'm assuming they realized that so many people were kind of disappointed they didn't get them last year, so they figured, okay, it'll just be a great idea to reissue these to give people a second chance at it. Yeah, October. Dollar Tree is definitely in my price range also. Laura says, when does the Dollar Tree Halloween stuff drop? I thought I saw after the 4th. I'm glad you asked that, Laura, because I hopped into Dollar Tree today as I was making my rounds after Michael's since I got rained out from work. Rainy day here in North Carolina today, but like 7 p.m. the sun started coming out. Hopped into Dollar Tree. They were already breaking down the Father's Day displays. They were already breaking down the 4th of July displays. Drum roll, please. Dollar Tree's manager told me that next week, Halloween, at first, should start popping up in the $5 and up section. So next week, start checking your Dollar Trees because it looks like Halloween is coming next week. And she told me that most of that stuff is already in the back room. So it's already here. All of that Dollar Tree stuff is just sitting in the back room, waiting to come out. I even tried what I try all the time. I asked him, I said, is there any way you could unbox some of it and let me buy some of it? I said, I'm specifically looking for the metal signs and the night lights. She said none of the boxes are organized. She said they do have stickers on the boxes though, but finding them would be like finding a needle in a haystack, so to speak, because they have so much inventory in the back that they've yet to put out. We're talking about groceries and all kinds of normal, everyday merchandise with Halloween sprinkled in. It's been coming in on the truck apparently this week. So, from what I've learned this year, is that when you start seeing the stuff hit on the apps, and the case in point here was Michael's when I got to look at the Limex in the back room, when I got to look at the stuff from Cracker Barrel in the back room. The night you find stuff on an app, there's a good chance it's already at the store in the back room, or it's being shipped to the store during that same time frame. So take that with a grain of salt, but that's kind of what I've started piecing together from my hunts in 2026. Katang says, Dollar Tree signs are awesome. They definitely are. Makeup Junkie says, I have the Ghost Pumpkin Snowman. Sherry says, same thing at Five Below. Fulton says, yeah, they do say Halloween merchandise and have an orange band on the boxes to make them easier to find. They do, and they always have the little stickers too, showing like what's in the boxes also, Fulton. She was telling me all that today, and I remember seeing a lot of that last year too when I was doing a video. And I remember a lot of the boxes were on the U-boat, and they just hadn't unboxed them yet. So it's coming. I think definitely by next week I'll be doing a Dollar Tree in-store Halloween walkthrough, so stay tuned for that. Probably coming up on the channel. Draven says we have a Dollar Tree, not even a quarter of a mile. I can check every day it's that close and let y'all know. About like me, Draven, I pass by like 4 or 5 Dollar Trees. Like Dollar Trees and Dollar Generals, they're always on my route. Anywhere I'm going, it's like there's one here, there's one there, there's one everywhere. Even hopped in Family Dollar today to see if they had anything. Family Dollar, of course, is a sister store of Dollar Tree. Family Dollar had nothing yet. Normally they have some Halloween candy out, but I don't think Halloween candy has started arriving just yet. If I find Halloween candy, it's probably going to be left over from last year at this point. Lisa says, checking my Michaels tomorrow in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Happy hunting, Lisa. Hope that you find something out there, Lisa, tomorrow. Good luck in Elizabethtown when you go on your hunt. Mary Beth says, it's like when you walk in and see it, you're thunderstruck. That's exactly how it feels, Mary Beth. That's exactly how it feels. Now, for me, I really rarely get that shock value because being frugal when it comes to certain things, not all the time. When it comes to Halloween purchases, obviously I'm not too frugal sometimes. But if I'm not on a journey that's taken me by stores, I'll purposely call and see if they have something before I make the trek out to make sure I don't waste time and gas. So I highly recommend, guys, just pick up the phone, call your local store before you drive out. Don't waste your gas. Don't waste $3.75 a gallon to go be disappointed. Call. Somebody will eventually answer. Just ask them, hey guys, you got any Halloween? Save yourself the time, save yourself the gas money. The money you save on hunting stuff, you can put up and eventually buy stuff. That's the way I see it. Let's see. October says, hi and welcome in to Lisa. Yep, Lisa, welcome in. Jeremy says, oh, wait. We will be at the beach Friday before. Sarah says, does Ollie's get any stuff? They always have reasonable closeout style prices. Yes, Sarah. Ollie's always gets in Halloween. They get like inflatables, some costumes, some tabletop decor. That's about all they get, but they do get a great deal of inflatables. I covered them the last few years on the old Black Hearts Club channel, and I'll be covering Ollie's again this year. Ollie's is one of those that's kind of late to the game. They start setting up around early August because they try to milk all of the summer stuff as much as they can and all of the spring stuff like the floral arrangements and all of that stuff. So Ollie's is normally pretty late to the game. Now, one more bit of Code Orange news. Got a photo sent to me today via email. I checked mine on the way home. Apparently, CVS's Summerween that we touched base on here about 2 weeks ago on the channel, CVS's Summerween drops are starting to hit stores. So if you have a CVS in your area, hop in and see if you can find some of that Summerween stuff. Now, it's not a great deal of Summerween stuff. Keep that in mind. It's not the type of stuff I'm into. If you're into Fugglers, if you're into Hello Kitty and stuff like that, then they've got Summerween themed items from those lines. Not my cup of tea, but if you're into it, check your CVS because they're starting to get it in. Star says, I'm skipping At Home, Cracker Barrel, and Dollar Tree altogether. I'm budgeting for Michael's, Home Good, TJ Maxx, Marshall's. It's early in the season, hence I'll have to pace myself. Can you believe that, Star? It is extremely early in the season, but it feels like the last 2 months we've already done Halloween shopping, but we've barely even gotten any stores under our belts yet. So when I tell you guys buckle up because the best is yet to come, it's definitely the truth. Because who would have thought when we were on here on Monday night's LiveSCREAM, who would have thought by Friday night we would be talking about Spirit Halloween and Michael's and Dollar Tree and so many more. It just keeps coming and coming and coming, guys, and I'm all for it. Code Orange all the way. And I keep saying it, after the 4th of July, it's just going to be Halloween everywhere. Kirsten Marie says, not into it, but we have a bunch of CVS's. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, it's not a lot of merchandise, Kirsten Marie. Not a lot at all. It's just a little bit of stuff, but if I find it, I'll definitely show it to you all. But nothing yet. Nothing just yet. And on that note, I think Monday or Tuesday when I did the Menards video, another store unfortunately I don't have in my area, but if you have a Menards, from what I understand, they always go all out with Halloween, and of course the Flashing Witch. The Flashing Witch, I'm already given my award to, and I'll probably never see her in person. She takes my award for best Halloween animatronic for 2026. I mean, anybody got any ones, any singles that I can toss at her? Because she works hard for the money. That Flashing Witch, she's working hard for the money this Halloween. We deserve to throw some singles at her so she can go buy a Gumball machine or whatever she's trying to buy for Halloween this year, because she's working it this year. She's definitely working it. She knows what she's got to do to make the Halloween money. That's a fact. Oh man, Alin, welcome in. I think I'm pronouncing your name right. I apologize if I'm not, Alin, but welcome into the chat. But yeah, the Flashing Witch for the win this year. She works hard for the money, as the song goes. Next bit of news. There's been a lot of confusion this week. I had to cancel a few of the premieres, unfortunately, and I've tried to explain this many times, and I know it gets confusing, and I know we enjoy the premieres, but when you have such busy weeks and you have so many drops, you got to push some stuff back because the algorithm can get all messed up. You know, you don't want to spam the system with 100 videos in one day. So it looks like we're going to be having the next premiere on Monday night, and Sunday will just be a Father's Day spooky short unless something drops. And then, of course, tomorrow night we've got the other LiveSCREAM giveaway, which will be another set of Bystal cutouts in honor of Father's Day, since we did a Mother's Day giveaway also. The next bit of news, I think, coming out of the community post, if you guys don't get the community post, because I know a lot of people just watch YouTube on their TV. So when you watch on TV, you have no access to the community post. Or if you watch on mobile, a lot of people just overlook the community post section. So I know a lot of people enjoy the voice replies. I enjoy the voice replies because they make life easier. It's so much easier just to hit record and say what I've got to say, and I don't have to sit there and be punctual and make sure my comma is in the right place and I capitalize this. Who are we kidding? I don't do any of that stuff. I write like a third grader when I respond to you guys in comments. I know I do. But anyway, for whatever reason, voice reply has been having technical difficulties the last 2 days. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it says unknown error has occurred. So hopefully the replies will straighten up and do right, because I enjoy them. It makes them more interactive and it makes it a whole lot easier. But as of right now, it's glitching out, so that's a bummer. So hopefully they'll start popping back up. Until then, we got to kick it like it's 2025. Like that's old school or something, right? and I've got to leave text replies. So that's what's going on with the lack of voice replies. So hope you guys understand what's happening with that. I addressed that in the community post section as well. Sherry, yeah, comments aren't fancy language. Alin says, yeah, she said it was perfect for a spooky daughter. Fulton says, AI has enough voice samples to take over now. They've definitely got enough of mine, Fulton. I can't even imagine how many voice samples they've gotten for me just off of voice replies alone. I can't even imagine. Probably at least, probably 2,000 voice samples from me. So at some point in time, an AI robot will be having my voice, and yeah, go figure on that, right? It is what it is. You can't change it. It's inevitable. It's happening. Let's see. Sam says money is meant to be spent, and it really is just worthless paper. Well, that's something I say all the time, Sam. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter if you're the richest man in the world. It doesn't matter if you're the poorest person in the world. At the end of the day, you may want to take it with you, but you're not going to spend it. So yeah, at some point in time, indulge, treat yourself. On that same end, my parents told me at an early age, because I came up really, really poor as a kid, okay? They always told me to treat yourself, have fun, live life, but always prepare for tomorrow. Basically, make sure that you have something somewhere to fix something in a dire emergency if you need to. But in 2026, does that really matter? Because we live in an age now where people can do 4 easy Klarna payments or all of this stuff now. So it's like, you need this or you need that. Okay, there's 4 easy Klarna payments. So it's definitely a different world. But for me personally, I try to indulge, but I try to be responsible at the same time, because I mean, I'm in my late 40s. You know, I've seen how life can throw you a curveball at any given minute, and then if you're not prepared, you know, it's like, okay, where's this dough coming from? Where am I going to get this? You know, I didn't even see that. Thanks, everyone. I feel old. I'm tired right now. Sarah, happy early birthday to you. We wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a happy birthday. I'm combining Merry Christmas and a happy birthday song, but happy early birthday, Sarah. I hope you have a great birthday. Laura says, I'm 56 and feel like I'm turning into stone some days. Funny you say that, Laura, because before the live scream, like I say, it's been a chaotic day today. I normally do my workouts in the morning. I was doing my workout and I was doing my push-ups. And at one point I was just like, oh man, it would just be so easy just to lay on the floor right now and just take a nap and go to sleep. And that was after like 40 push-ups. After 40 push-ups, I was just not feeling it tonight. And I was just like, I'm going to lay on here on this rug and wake me up at like 7:45 so I can get ready for the live screen. That's how I was feeling tonight. It's like some days you feel okay, and then some days Father Time smacks you into reality and says, hey, you're an old man. I'm like, yeah, I know. I feel it today. I definitely feel it. Will says, I gave up 13 years ago, bro. Bravo, my friend. I'm just trying to stay fit, Will. That's it. Yeah, exactly, Lynn. Sometimes you need a nap. Sometimes a power nap will do you wonders. Like I can fall out on the couch some days for like a 10-minute nap and then just wake up and just feel super refreshed. But I don't know, Will. It's just 50 years old. I don't want to turn to mush. I want to keep myself kind of active and kind of in decent shape, especially with the first grandkid on the way. I don't want him to jump on my back and I just fall over and be like, my back's out. Get me life alert. I've fallen and I can't get up. So, you know, I'm just trying to stay somewhat in shape. Mary Beth says, as Tom Petty said, some days are diamonds, some days are rocks. Couldn't have said it better myself, Mary Beth. Exactly. Barb says, I feel like I can barely move. The morning and by evening, I feel pretty good. Mornings are see, I'm the opposite on that, Barb. Mornings are normally good for me. I'm like bouncing in the mornings. By like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, I'm toast. Like late in the afternoon, I'm done. I'm done for. And it's getting really bad. Blue Bonnet, welcome into the chat. Hope you're having a great Friday night. And here's the thing. It's like I never thought sometimes I thought it would be a good idea, but never when I was younger that I think by the time I'm going on 47 years old, the highlight of my day would be when I get to lay on the bed and watch TV at night and fall asleep. It's like that's the highlight of the day because it's like, I get to relax. Does anybody else feel that way? It's like by 9:30, it's like some days I can't even hold my eyes open at 9:30. So it's old age is definitely creeping in. It's definitely a thing. All right, Lynn feels that way. All right. Draven says, boys, we wish we had them as kids, then we don't want them as old men. I hear you, Will. I hear you. Let's see. Miss Britter, I started tracking walking on a treadmill and I fell off the bandwagon again. It's easy to do. It does. It does, Kirsten Marie. It sucks for sure. It definitely sucks. It's just like, I don't know. It's like, I remember where I could stay up to 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, and now, like, at 10 o'clock at night, I'm falling out watching YouTube. It's bad. It's bad. I need to find a fountain of youth or something to get some energy or something. But anyway, that's what's been going on this week. And next week, again, it's going to be probably more updates for video content. And there'll probably be the top 10 Halloween song countdown that we mentioned on Monday night. Even though I don't know if I'm going to be able to narrow it down to 10 and maybe top 20 like I was mentioning because there's so many. Because on Monday night's LiveSCREAM when we were naming off Halloween songs, I didn't even mention Ray Parker Jr.'s Ghostbusters. How did I even leave that out? Michael says, yeah, I'll lay on the sofa with one of those helmets and 2 bottles of Oh, man. Miss Britter says, is there any more releases for Michael's Code Orange besides what we've seen? So far, Miss Britters, there's the Bound by Magic line. There's the Mischief and Magic pink line, which, if you're into it, great. Just not my thing. And then, of course, there's the Vintage Spirits line. There's the Lemax Spooky Town line. There's that little table of animatronics I showed. And there's still rumored to be a Haunted Forest line coming out. So, yes, the short, long answer there, whatever you want to call it, is yes, there's supposed to be more coming from Michaels. So stay tuned to that. I think that they're just getting started. I think that we're in June right now. Talking about June, July, August, September, October. We've got 5 months of spooky season left. I definitely don't think this is going to be it for Michaels. I think they may have gotten a late start this year, but I think this year they're gonna come pretty heavy. I think they're gonna come pretty heavy. I think this is wave 1. I think there's gonna be a wave 2 of Halloween because normally, if you remember, we get like a goth line in the spring, and then we get the Halloween line in the summer. So I think they're going to give us 2 Halloween drops this year, and I think that Haunted Forest line, possibly with another line or 2, will be coming probably sometime in late July or August. I'm gonna say that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling, and I'm gonna go with my gut on that, and I'm going with that. I think that's how it's gonna happen. Sherry says, wait till 50. Things really start going downhill. I'm not far off, Sherry. I'm not far off at all. Let's see. Amy and Tony says, I've had Zombie Zoo stuck in my head. That's a good one too. That's a good one. All right, guys. So as for content next week, that's kind of where we're at. Got the countdown. I still got the video games I've got to push out. Blah blah blah. Seems like a video game video is gonna never get pushed out. I've got a video idea coming out since hashtag Poroween is a thing where we're all talking about how we're all going to be broke this year. I'm going to possibly do a video on the cheapest way to do Halloween in 2026 to kind of get around some of the big box stores, but still find some of those pieces cheaper elsewhere. And I've found a lot of them cheaper elsewhere. So there'll be a helpful video of that coming out soon also. And just lots. There's lots coming out. There's going to be something almost daily. I don't know if there's going to be 3 videos a day next week like it's been the last 2 or 3 weeks, but nonetheless, if it happens, it happens. It's fun. Can't believe we're almost at 200 uploads here on the Spooky Club. 200 videos, guys, in 4 months. 200 videos and almost 6,500 subscribers. Now keep in mind, the purpose of tonight's live stream is to commemorate 6,000 subscribers, but we're almost closer now to 7,000 subscribers. So again, like I say every week, thank you all for being here, because you're all definitely helping to push this and grow the Spooky family. Now, I haven't been able to respond to a lot of Instagram messages and Facebook messages, and I've already addressed the elephant in the room about the voice replies. The comments this week have been massive. When you get videos like Spirit Halloween and you get videos like Michael's back to back to back, I'm only one man. If I haven't responded to you yet, I promise you, I will respond. I never leave a comment unresponded. But one man and 1,000 comments in 48 hours. Sometimes you got to pace yourself. It's easier with voice reply, but for whatever reason, YouTube decided to mess that up right now. But it'll get back. Let's see. It's Battle. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much for the sticker there of the hot tamale, Lynn. Much appreciated. I love that. That's great. The little chili pepper. Michael says sometimes I spook myself. All right, guys. So, like I was saying, tonight is the big 6K giveaway. Fulton says we got to be here. See 6 go to 7,000. Can we? Oh, man. Remember the channel before 50K. I'm going to tell you. If it gets to 50K, somebody's going to have to come in here. And I know Will has volunteered his services to be deputy moderator to help October Breeze out, because if we get to 50,000 subscribers, I can't imagine what poor October Breeze is going to have on her hands if this gets to that point. I know sometimes it gets overwhelming in October, and I definitely appreciate you being in here helping moderate this. So on that end, it's time for the big giveaway almost at 9. Fulton, thank you for the sticker. Much appreciated, buddy. All right. Here we go, guys. It's the hat. It's the hat. It's giveaway time. Let's see. How many subscribers did you have before receiving one of those YouTube plaques? Oh, you got to have like 100,000 subscribers for that. Like, you got to be way up there for that stuff. I mean, it's possible with hard work, you know. It's possible with hard work. Here we go, Will. Will's doing the drum roll. Brrr. All right, so you guys know how this works. Oh, one fell out. I got to put it back in. Hang on, guys. Got to make sure everybody stays in the hat. All right, guys. So that's quiz. Thanks for popping in. Hope you have a good night and a great weekend. Yeah, you got to have 100,000 to get one of those plaques. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's possible. If I stay in the game for 5 to 10 more years, I could very well have one hanging back here on this clutter somewhere. Or if I get a video that goes viral. That's how a lot of people do it. They get a video, it goes viral. And sometimes it's like the most ridiculous video that will go viral. Oh, guys, we haven't even talked about, how do you think Big Lots is going to be this year? Because Big Lots version 2.0 last year was pretty good. So can't wait to see when they start getting in their Halloween merchandise. All right, Amy and Tony said stop. Everybody ready for me to stop? All right, Sarah said stop. Fulton says thank you. Get one before that. All right, guys, we're stopping. We'll take one here. And we'll take one here. There we go. We take 2. All right, so we got the right. We got the left. We got the right. We got the left. Right, left. Right, left. Right, left. I feel like I'm teaching you guys how to box. You want the right, or you want left? You want a solid right? You want a left hook? A right hook or a left hook? All right, what are we getting? We're getting left, right, 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 left, left, left. All right, it looks like left. Am I right on that, October? Is it left? I think it's left. Is it left? I think it's left. Sarah says uppercut. Yeah, the uppercut, Sarah. October, I think, is left, right? Left. Sam says always left. Banana. Oh, so it was right, October? Okay, so it was right. All right, so let's put left down. All right, so October, my trusty moderator, says it was right. So, drum roll, please. Brrr. Tonight's winner is Fulton Pierce, and he is currently in the chat. Fulton, congratulations. You have won a set of Bystol die cuts that will ship to you directly via Amazon. Yeah, Fulton, you won. See? Fulton. You see it? Fulton Pierce right there. Fulton, you have won. The way you do it, contact me via email. It's in the channel description on the homepage, or hit me up on Instagram. Just let me know where to ship these out to you. You'll get them probably in about 2 or 3 days, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. So, congratulations to Fulton tonight. The runner-up tonight was Gail Turner. Was the runner-up tonight. So hopefully Gail will win the next round. All right, so if you missed out on tonight's win, there is one more chance to win. You got to comment before 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Go comment on the Menards video, the one with the flashing witch. Throw some dollars while you're there. Comment on that one. It's the Father's Day giveaway. Now, like I said on Monday, Will says, thanks so much, It's Battle. Haven't caught you live before. I've been following since the old channel, mostly lurking. Love the videos. Keep it up. As a fellow North Carolinian, I'm in the Triangle. It's cool to see your growth. Thank you so much. Triangle area, of course, being the Raleigh, Piedmont area up that way. So I'm up there a lot too. I'll be probably heading back that way next week. So if you run into me, be sure to come up and say hello. And I'll also be up in the Raleigh area in October doing the Nightmare Weekend up the Dorton Arena State Fairground area, I believe is where it's going to be held at this year. So you ever run into me, definitely come up and chat. I always love when I run into some of the spooky family out in the wild. It's always cool. We get to hang out, we get to chat. It's happened like 3 or 4 times, and it's always great. And this week, there's been a lot of people from the old channel discovering the new channel. Obviously, the biggie with that is because of all. Sherry, thank you so much. Sherry, you're always a VIP. Every video, every live stream, you show up, you show out, you support. Can't thank you enough, Sherry. You're always amazing. Sherry, another one, an OG, if you will. She's been with me since the Black Hearts Club, as so many of you have been. So many of you have followed me through this journey and starting over and rebranding, and definitely, again, that's why we're all here tonight. You guys have made this last 4 months simply amazing. Fun. Like, you guys have no idea how much I look forward to coming on here every Friday night or whenever we decide to do a live stream and doing these things with you guys, because it's great. Monday night, shout out again to Karma Reptiles and her husband Wes. How about that unboxing, guys? Jennifer, welcome into the chat tonight. How about Pumpkin Pete, everybody? Kirsten Marie, hope you have a great weekend. Guys, Kirsten Marie, shout out to her. She does some content on her channel. She does like Flashback Fridays, where she reviews old horror movies. Her and her husband sent me the light up sign back here. Thanks to them for that. Go give Kirsten Marie a follow. She does a lot of cool stuff over there with Flashback Fridays. I keep telling her she needs to do like Halloween hunts and all of that stuff too, but she does a lot of focuses on like retro horror movies, so give her a follow. You know, I'm not just a YouTuber, I'm also a viewer. I watch a lot of you guys' channels that have channels. I watch a lot of people's channels. I'm a YouTube watcher. What can I say? It's my favorite app in the world. Miss Britter, do I have a P.O. box? I do not currently have a P.O. box. I'm currently using a shipping address that is loaned out to me for shipping reasons. Shipping purchases. I'm thinking about my eBay purchases now. No problem at all, Chris Marie. Hope you have a good night. But yeah, I have a little place where I'm getting people to send me some stuff. But it's like I always say, nobody has to send me absolutely anything. It's always a blast when we do get to do unboxings and all of that stuff on here. But you know, the economy is hard, guys. You know, shipping is not cheap these days. So, you know, by all means, nobody, don't feel obligated to send me anything. I say that a million times, guys. I say it a million times. I'm not up here looking for free gifts, you know. I work hard for my money, so, you know, I try to buy what I can, and I get that it's something you guys want to do, and I definitely do appreciate it. I definitely do appreciate it. So please do not take that the wrong way when I say you guys don't send me anything. I just like people to splurge on themselves and not me. That's the best way I can put it. No, I did not end up getting that video store, Miss Britter. It was out of my price range, and now it's pushed even further back because my Halloween shopping list keeps growing. Again, like I tell you guys all the time, #1 on my list, and I gotta do it. I just gotta do it. You know, the Donald Duck blow mold from 2025. What am I waiting on? I keep running my freaking mouth about it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get the Donald Duck blow mold. I'm going to get the Donald Duck blow mold. But I keep just putting it off. I keep putting it off. I got to get the Donald Duck blow mold. That's the #1 purchase for 2025. 2026 now, because I'm still living in 2025 trying to buy that purchase. The Donald Duck blow mold is got to be the next purchase. Then I'm thinking it's got to be the Gumball machine. The Gumball machine is amazing. Like, what's that? I don't even listen to her music. What's that Taylor Swift song? I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Well, when I saw that freaking Gumball machine last night, that song went on in my head. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Because when I saw it chilling down there in that right-hand corner, I was like, why? Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, because all I ever say is I want a retro, vintage, inspired Halloween. And now it's here. And my pockets are emptying out quicker than I can make money. Oh man, it's getting there. Michael says you can get the small haunted house blow mold in purple now for $39. Is that on the Walmart app, Michael? I think that's the one you're talking about, right? Fulton says, shake it up. Does never get. Oh yeah. Sam says, hope the bowl is glass and not plastic. I think it is glass, Sam. I think it is glass. I think it is glass. It looks like it's definitely glass. Exactly, Apron. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Exactly. That's exactly what this is. Oh man, but yeah, it's going to be an expensive year. I've already come to terms with that. I already know. It's just, yeah. And of course, this is a year when I'm trying to convert my lawn equipment into battery operated equipment, because I've had it with the gas prices. Anywhere I can save $1, I'm trying to do it. So I recently had to get an upgraded mower, and then with that, you've got to buy the batteries. And of course, lawn and garden season comes right now with spooky season, so you get absolutely no breathing room. It's like, okay, I got to buy stuff for work here. I got to buy stuff for Halloween here. I got to buy food here. I got to pay bills here. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And then it's just like you look in your pockets and you're like, uh-oh. Peanut butter and jelly time. It's all good. I love peanut butter and jelly, but yeah, that's the way it's going. Again, hashtag Pouroween. We got to get it trended. Hashtag Pouroween. Oh, yeah, Apron. California prices. There's a reason why so many people in California, you know, all the times I visited Southern California, I didn't understand why so many people had EVs in California. And then when I would see the gas prices, I was like, yeah, I get it now. I 1000% get why everybody has EVs here. $5 a gallon when it was like normal prices, and now like $7 a gallon. No, just like finance an EV and it'll pay for itself in the long run for sure. Like, and then to top it all off, California had those strict emissions regulations. Like, check engine light and all of that stuff. Thankfully, North Carolina got rid of all that stuff years ago. If your check engine light's on now in North Carolina, they don't care. As long as your brake lights work, as long as your horn works, turn signals, that's all they care about now. So thankfully, it's a little bit easier here. I've missed something. Alin says, what? Toast that PB&J in a pan and it's a treat. I've never toasted one before. Normally what I do is I just put honey roasted peanuts on it and gives it a little bit of an extra crunch because like I've said a million times, I don't like crunchy peanut butter. I'm weird. I like honey roasted peanut butter, but I like a little bit of a crunch in my sandwich, and that's where the peanuts come into play. It tastes different than the crunchy peanut butter, if that makes any sense. Like I say, I'm weird. I'm weird, right? I'm weird. Oh. I almost forgot, guys. I almost forgot. Toast it. I'm going to have to try to toast it now. Jennifer, definitely. Halloween all year. Sam says, I tried, like LA, Palm Springs is the best in California. Kating says, Halloween is so amazing. It's everything. Next week. I know a lot of you like the food review videos. So, you've probably seen it. McDonald's is bringing back their fried apple pie for the first time in, 2 decades, I think it is. That one dude over here, welcome in. My friend moved to North Point a few years ago from Texas, and she said it's a lot cheaper in North Carolina. North Carolina is definitely way cheaper. That's why a lot of people are moving here from the states like New York and California and Washington State and all of those in Texas, because it's a little bit more affordable. But with that, the development and all of that stuff comes to rise in property taxes, and ultimately, everything starts going up in price just like anywhere else. But thankfully, yeah, North Carolina still, it's a little bit cheaper than places like California and Texas and New York. I don't know for how long, but for right now, I hope it stays that way for the rest of my life at least. Let's see. So next Tuesday is when it drops, the return of the fried apple pie. I don't eat McDonald's. I don't put that stuff in my body, but I will try the fried apple pie because I figure that's probably harmless in some way. Halloween Maniacs, thank you for joining into the chat tonight. Shout out to Halloween Maniacs. They recently did their giveaway this week for their 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Congrats to those guys on reaching 2,000 subscribers. They've been working hard at their channel for a few years now, so happy to see them achieving bigger milestones. Also, another channel that I watch on YouTube is Halloween Maniacs. They are starting a new segment called Maniac Monday, where they do Halloween news and they show pictures that you guys can send in. So shout out to them. Maniac Mondays is a cool concept for sure. So give them a subscribe over there on their channel if you guys like retro Halloween and Halloween hunts, because they do a lot of that stuff. So shout out to Halloween Maniacs. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get comfortable here. My back is killing me tonight, hence what I was talking about with those push-ups earlier. So yeah, the fried apple pie video will probably drop Tuesday. Reason I'm doing the fried apple pie is because, to me, I know a lot of people say apple pie is a summer food, but when I think of apple pie, I always think about fall. And I Googled it just for good measure because I didn't want to go on camera and say, apple pie is a fall food, even though they used to sell it all the time at the state fair. So, yeah, Mark Hogan, they're great. Mark Hogan, another one over on Instagram, he does a lot of cool post about retro and vintage Halloween. So if you are on Instagram, check out Mark Hogan with his vintage stuff. He's always posting stuff over there, and he does great posts. I'm always liking some of his stuff. So shout out to Mark Hogan over there on Instagram for his post. But that's why I'll be doing it. Apple pie, maybe it'll give me a taste of fall. So the McDonald's apple pie video is coming sometime Tuesday, if you like the food review videos. So I'll be doing that. And then, of course, we've got the Boo Buckets coming in a few months. Sneak peek at that earlier or later last week, whenever it got posted. But I don't know. Halloween drops everywhere, guys, even from McDonald's. Sarah says, yeah, I'm summer. I do banana pudding or cream pie or key lime pie. Sarah, I used to be hooked on banana pudding. Like, oh, man, banana pudding was one of my weaknesses. definitely was one of my weaknesses. My mom, she used to make some of the absolute best banana pudding. I mean, she would make the stuff from scratch. Like we're talking about the homemade whipped cream on top. Like she would make it from like egg whites and all of that stuff, or however she made it. Like it was amazing. There's no banana pudding that can compare to what she used to make. Bucky's has great banana pudding, says Lynn. See, we still are having a Bucky's built here in North Carolina. I don't know if it's going to be built in time for Halloween this year, but as soon as I'm reading what Miss Britter says, dude, cheap Pillsbury dough and a can of apples to make the apple pie. Yeah, exactly. As soon as Bucky's opens, you better believe I'll be there covering it, though, for sure. For sure. That's the way it's going a lot of places, Fulton. A lot of people are just getting it. Mr. Bro, welcome into the chat tonight. Also, glad to have you here. Lynn, I've seen those Halloween shirts, and I always tell myself, I said this on last week's live stream, I think. I always tell myself, I'm not going to be one of those people that buy a Bucky shirt. But I guarantee you, the minute I go in Bucky's and see a Halloween Bucky's t-shirt, I'm going to be like, take my money, Bucky. Take my money. Give me one of your t-shirts, Bucky. Here's my $20. Shit. Excuse my language. More like $25 probably for a t-shirt or $30. You can't buy a $20 t-shirt now unless it's Walmart. Anybody seen the prices for Hot Topic t-shirts now? It's like $30 for a t-shirt. T-shirt prices are ridiculous now. Let's see, Lizard says, Lizard, welcome in. Just jumped on, wanted to tell you my 4-year-old daughter loves your intro song. Thank you so much, Lizard. Much appreciated. Glad the intro song's catching on because when the channel first started, so many people were still hung up on the old channel song. But I'm glad now that everybody's into the I Got a Black Heart. It's a new start. Welcome to the Spooky Club song. Glad it caught on. It's like when your favorite band had that one top 40 song that you were so in love with. And then that song started getting played out and it started fizzling its way down the top 40 Billboard countdown. And Casey Kasem was like, falling down the chart this week. And then they released that new song and you're like, I don't know if I like this new song. Then over time, you're like, okay, I kind of like this new song. It's kind of the way it went, right? Yeah, Katang, Halloween pins at Hot Topic are expensive too. It's Battle said, I'm fine giving Bucky's my money. They actually pay their employees well. That's good. See, I'm all for that. You know, Bucky's sheets, and from what I saw today, Wawa had a sign out saying that their starting salary was like close to $20 an hour. I'm all for that. People have got to live. You know, who wants to go to work for like $11 an hour with gas prices being $3.75? You're basically going to work just to put gas in your car. That's like the most mentally exhausting thing a human can do. You're working just to put gas in your car and you can't afford to do anything else. That's not right. That's not right. So people should have better wages, 1000%. Let's see. That one dude over there says he's headed to the beach. Enjoy your weekend, one dude over there. Hope you have a great weekend at the beach. Mary Beth says, I have Wawa envy. We had no Wawas here at first. It was just like all sheets. And then Wawas just started popping up absolutely everywhere. Maniacs, thank you so much. Happy Friday, Derek. Glad to be a part of the spooky family too. Keep crushing it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Maniacs, have you got to Michael's yet? I haven't checked your channel today. I've been super busy. Have you got to Michael's yet? It's a good chance the Michael's in your area is probably dropped one of the 3 lines today. So be sure to check your Michael's when you get a chance. Hopefully you'll find something. See, Lynn says, I mean, I just got a new job after being unemployed for a few months and I'm making 10 less than I was, but also different states, different minimum wages. That's kind of the way it goes. I remember seeing when I was in California last year, been about a year since I was out that way. I remember a lot of places out there would have signs up saying their starting wages were like $25 an hour. So you can see out there, they're saying $25 starting wage, where here it's like $20, but obviously things out there are a little bit more expensive, most notably, like we were mentioning earlier, like gas and all of that stuff. So you got to kind of keep up with all of that stuff by raising your wages to keep people afloat, so to speak. And It's going to be hard to stay afloat this year with Halloween. There we go. We've come back full circle. Halloween this year, I think I need 3 jobs. I think I need 3 jobs just to afford Halloween. I need to just get a job at Spirit Halloween so Halloween can pay for my Halloween, right? It makes sense. It makes sense. I just need to get a seasonal job, Spirit Halloween, and let Halloween pay for all of my Halloween purchases this year. It makes sense. Mr. Burrow says, I need to go at home. Sucks, my local one is 35 minutes away. It's a very dangerous area. Well, be careful if you go, Mr. Burrow. My closest at home is in Virginia, or it's in Raleigh. If I go to Raleigh, it's about an hour's drive. If I go to Virginia, it's about a 2-hour drive. So yeah, for me, it's a commute also. That's why I'm trying to cherry pick my right moment to visit at home, because I want to see some of the larger items on display. I don't want to go just to see the stuff in the boxes. I want to go see the full Monty, so to speak. The Witch, full Monty. See what I did there? Bad dad jokes. Anyway, I'm here all week, guys. I'm here all week at Club Spooky. I'm here all week telling terrible jokes. But anyway, yeah, at homes always seem to be spaced out. They're not like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. They're always spread out. I don't understand why. Well, look at Miss Lucky Sarah here. Miss Lucky Sarah says, I have at home like 15 minutes away. Sarah's one of the lucky ones, guys. You're lucky, Sarah. You know, I'm just picking on you, Sarah. Yeah, but for the most part, they're always spread out, guys, and it sucks that we got to drive such a long way. Touche, Lynn. I was waiting for somebody to catch that. It was dudes, but it was still the same concept of showing. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. But anyway, guys. So, yeah, probably gonna hit at home again this week. Got the apple pie video coming this week. Again, a video is gonna show up every day, and Luna's whimpering because she wants me to take her out right now. Give me one moment, guys. Give me one moment. Hang on. Hang on, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. She was at the door. She wanted to say hello in the live scream, and she was making sounds, letting me know that she's ready to go for her walk for the night. But Luna wanted to say hello to everybody, and that she hopes that you all come back to the live scream tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for giveaway number 2. Yeah, Barb, she was at the door whimpering. When she starts doing that, it's either one of 2 things. She wants to go to bed because she knows it's almost 9:30, and it's like, Daddy, it's time to lay down and watch TV. Or she's got to use the bathroom. In this case, I think she's got to use the bathroom. Thanks, Maniacs. That's Luna. She's the baby of the spooky family. I have to dress her up like a little pumpkin this year, right? Say hey, Luna. Say hey. Fulton says maybe just wanted to participate in the stream. I think she did. I think she did, because she's never been in a live scream before. She's been in videos, but I don't think she's ever been in a live scream before. So here she is. Yep, she's the star of the show. She's the star of the show. She's like, there's a cat blow mold over here. I don't like cats, though. Gizmo says hi to Luna. Thank you, Barb. Luna says hi back to Gizmo also. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura. I think a few of you have seen her in videos before, but yeah, she's my baby. She's going to be 6 years old this December. 6 years old. She's not camera shy at all. She is, Mary Beth. She's a sweet girl. Thank you, Sarah. Much appreciated. All right, guys. So, shout out to Fulton for winning tonight. Fulton, hit me up via email, buddy, or on Instagram so I can get those Bystol die cuts sent your way. And again, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Hope you all join me back again for live scream number 3 for the Father's Day giveaway. And no, you don't have to be a father to a human. All you have to do is comment on the Menards video. It's as simple as that for the Father's Day giveaway. If a father wins, then it's an even luckier grab. But nothing's set in stone. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow night. And if you haven't seen today's video, be sure to check out the Michaels drop because it's pretty wild. We've got a mixture of everything. Vintage, magic, and pink. Boo. Exactly. Mary Beth, hope you have a good night also. Mr. Burra, never been to Menards. Honestly, don't know what it is. I've never been to one either, Mr. Burra, but it looks pretty cool. Colton, thanks for joining into the chat as well. Alin says she looks like she could use a collection of cute Halloween sweaters. She's got a lot of them, Alin. She doesn't like clothes a lot. She doesn't like clothes too much. Hope you have a good night, Laura. Thank you so much. Good night, Barb, also. All right, guys. So, she's got to use the bathroom. She's got to use the bathroom. Trust me. She's got to use the bathroom. On that note, guys, I hope you all have a great Friday night. Shout out to October Breeze, guys, for moderating. It's not a paying gig, but she shows up here every night. We do a live stream, and she does this and keeps all the trolls under the bridge where they belong. So shout out to her, guys. And thank you all. I hope you all have a great Friday night. And I hope to see you back tomorrow night for number 3. And I hope that if you're celebrating Father's Day this weekend, you have a great Father's Day weekend. And if you're lucky enough to still have your father with you, spend some time with them this Sunday and appreciate every moment you get. And on that note, guys, I love you all. I hope you have a great night. See you back tomorrow. And Luna, you want to say it? Until next time, I'll see you on the dark side. Good night, guys.